Hello everyone, myself Sachin. In this video, I am going to discuss about practice problems on semi-group, monoid and group. Initially, we are discussing what are these three structure. At level top, we are discussing about algebraic structure. Algebraic structure is basically set with binary operation, and this algebraic structure satisfies the closure property. This concept is called algebraic structure. Next, we talk about the semi-group. If we add associative property with the algebraic structure, then this concept is called semi-group. Further, if we add identity property in the semi-group, then this concept is called monoid. Further, if we add inverse property in the monoid, then this concept is called group. Further, if we add commutative property in the group, then this concept is called abelian group. So based on these properties, we are deciding various algebraic structures. Before presenting it, if you are new to our channel, please subscribe the channel. Also like, share and comment the video. Initially, we are discussing these properties. What are the closure property, associative, identity, inverse, and commutative. After it, we will discuss 6 examples. First of all, we are discussing closure property. Say here, we have two elements. Elements are A and B, and these elements belongs to set A. Then we are writing here A dot B. Dot is here binary operation. A dot B further belongs to set A. Then this property is called closure property. After it, we have associative property. Say we have three elements A, B, C. For all A belongs to set A. And if we are writing A binary operation B binary operation C equals to A dot B dot C, then this property is called associative property. Now we have here identity property. There exists some E such that these E belongs to set A. For all A belongs to set A, and we have here A dot E equals to A equals to E dot A, then this concept is called identity. I mean, if identity is applied on any element, then we get the same element. This concept is called identity. Now we have here inverse. Further here, say B is the inverse, and we have here element A. All element A belongs to set G. Then we apply this inverse on A, and if we apply this inverse on A, if we are getting the identity element, then we can say that B is the inverse of A. Further, we have here commutative property. Commutative property means here, say we have two elements A and B. These belongs to set A. Then we apply here binary operator A dot B equals to B dot A. If this is satisfied, then this concept is called commutative property. Here we are presenting example 1. Say set of integer is given and operator is here minus. Minus operator is given. And initially we are checking the closure property. Say we are taking two elements. Elements are 3 and 2. If we do minus, because operator is here minus, 3 minus 2 equals to 1. Further, 1 belongs to set of integer. So therefore, closure property is satisfied. We can take here any integer. If we apply binary operation minus on these two integers, further this result belongs to integer, we can conclude that closure property is satisfied. When we talk about the associative property is not supported here because first one gives the result 5 and second operation gives the results minus 3. Therefore, associative property is not satisfied. So we can say that this is algebraic structure is not semi-group, because for the semi-group, closure properties should satisfied and also associative properties should satisfy. When we talk about the next example, example 2, here set of integer is given, set of natural number is given, and we don't have here 0. Sometimes few mathematicians count 0 as the natural number. Therefore, if you are counting 0 as the natural number, we have minus 0. So therefore, natural number becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. And here we have the operation plus. So we are checking whether this is semi-group or not. If we are applying the closure property, I mean we are taking here two integers, say 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2 equals to 5, and this 5 also belongs to natural number. So we can say that closure property is satisfied. I mean we have to take all integers and further summation also gives the integer, then closure property is satisfied. If we are applying the associative property like this, 3 plus 2 plus 4, then in both the cases sum is 9. Both the terms are equal. So we can say that associative property is satisfied. Further, when we talk about the identity, plus identity is 0, addition identity is 0. Therefore, 0 does not exist. We can say that identity property is not true. We have here closure and associative property. Therefore, this algebraic structure supports two semi-group. When we talk about third example, further here natural number is given and operator is here multiply. If you are apply the multiply on two natural number, then say 3 multiply by 2, result is 6. Further we get the natural number. So therefore, closure property is satisfied. If we talk about the associative property, in both the cases, sum is equal, multiply is equal, because we are using here multiply operator. In both the cases, multiply is 24. Therefore, associative property is true. When we talk about the identity, multiplicative identity is 1. 1 is the part of this set. 1 is a natural number. Identity is there. When we talk about the inverse, say inverse of 2 is 1 by 2. But 1 by 2 is not available here because we are talking about set of natural number. Inverse is not available here. We have here closure, associative and identity. Therefore, this example supports two monoid. If we talk about the next example, say set z is given, operator is plus. Further here, if we apply the plus operation on two integer, then result is always integer. Therefore, closure property is satisfied. If we apply the plus operator on the integer and associative property is true, in both the cases, sum is same. If we talk about the identity, plus identity is 0 and 0 is the integer. This is available here. So we can say that identity property is true. When we talk about inverse, then inverse of 2 is minus 2. Therefore, 2 minus 2 equals to 0. I mean, when we apply the inverse, after applying the inverse, our result should be identity. And identity is here 0. We are getting here identity. So inverse property is true because minus 2 is also the integer. If we talk about the commutative property, then we can write 2 plus 3 equals to 3 plus 2. This is also possible. I mean all 5 conditions, closure, associative, identity, inverse and commutative are true. Therefore, Z plus is here, abelian group. When we talk about this example, set of real number is given, operator is here multiply. Then say here we are taking two real numbers, then two real numbers are say 2 and 3. If we multiply, further we are getting the real number. Therefore, it satisfied our closure property. If we talk about the associative, then further we can write 2 multiply 3 multiply by 4 equals to 2 multiply 3 multiply by 4. In both the cases, product is 24. Therefore, associative property is true. If we talk about the identity, multiplicative identity is 1 and 1 is here, real number. Therefore, identity property is satisfied. If we talk about the inverse, inverse of 2 is, for example, 1 by 2. and 1 by 2 is further real number, and this inverse exists. 1 by 2 is a real number, therefore inverse exists. Inverse property is true. When we talk about the commutative property, then we can write 2 multiplied by 3 equals to 3 multiplied by 2. This is also possible here. Therefore, further, R multiply is here abelian group. If we talk about the final example, here we have complex number 1 minus 1, I minus I. I am further repeating these numbers. Numbers are here 1 minus 1, I minus I. And here we have the multiply symbol. We want to check here whether this group is abelian or not under multiply operator. Say we are taking here two numbers. We are taking here I and we are multiplying I by say further I. Then I multiply by I equals to I square and I square equals to minus 1. And minus 1 is a part of this set because this set is 1 minus 1 I minus I. I mean closure property is true if we are multiplying any two numbers. Further say we are multiplying I equals to minus 1. Then result will be here minus I, and minus I is a part of this set. I mean closure property is satisfied under the multiply operator if we are taking here any two elements. If we talk about associative property, then further associative property is true. In both the cases, both the sum, both the product are equal. If we talk about identity, multiply identity is 1 and 1 is available in the set because this set is 1 minus 1 I minus I. 1 is available. Identity property is true. If we talk about the inverse of say I is minus I, because if we multiply I equals to minus I, then this is here minus I square. Minus I square equals to 1 and this one is the identity. So we can say that inverse of I is minus 1 because if we apply this number with the inverse, our product should be identity and we are getting here identity. Therefore inverse exists. If we talk about the commutative property, further this is true, we may write 1 I multiplied by 1 equals to 1 multiplied by I. All these 5 properties are satisfied. So we can say that this particular G multiply is here our abelian group. Thanking you.